All right, so this video is going to be scanning a basic implant abutment. Now the company is not going to matter here. We're just going to kind of, this is a Nobel, but we're going to kind of go through and scan and just show you how to scan a single abutment and a single, this happens to be a single. So we'll begin by creating the 3-shape order form. So, all right, so Daniel's going to start filling the order form out here. We're going to go by, looks like you're missing some numbers there. We're going to start by putting the pan number in. And then we will assign it a PO. You can find POs on the PO clipboard. It'll be unique to each case. Nobel. So this is what the PO sheet will look like. Put pan number, what company it's going to, and then your PO is located in the top right corner. And this goes in the pan. And when the abutment comes in from the manufacturer, it'll be stapled to the packing slip and put into the PO inbox. So just an explanation of the order number there. We got pan, PO number, product, shade, and the SR is screw attained. Help us remember to put the screw attained code in. Obviously you want to look at the RX and then create the order form accordingly. You can move this if you need to.
Yeah, may want to provide a little explanation on the drop-down menu.
Yeah. So let me just see real quick. So we have DSMZ, so we've chosen, that's our full contour option. So we've chosen DSMZ Clearwater. We also have a subcategory here. So you always want to check, hover over the green plus symbol and check that you have DSMZ here, and our type. You don't want crown because we're not doing it over a crown, prep, it's an implant, so there's different settings, so it does matter as far as the cement gap, extra cement gap, drill radius go. So, and then our manufacturing process is also unique here. So, and then Daniel has chosen Noble for Sarah. It's a wide platform replace. You know, I always double check and look. After I make my selection here, I look at the implant, you know, make sure I have it. And during this too, I put the scan body in, make sure I have the correct scan body and that it's seated all the way down with the tissue out. So you always want to take the tissue out just to verify seat. And then we're good to go and hit this, fill out a zip code here. This is clinician zip code. And I'm going to add in the comments section any codes for full contour. And this is screw retained crown. So we have a code sheet located to the right of the scanners that have all the full contour codes. So if you need to look at that, just ask one of us. Yeah, so the code for screw access hole is H. So that'll be placed into the comments and that will transfer over to the full contour website when you upload it. So just one last check over, kind of looking at everything, and then we're good to go, hit the scan button. All right, So simple workflow. This is how 3Shape works, even with their design software. You start from left to right, work your way. So first thing, it asks you to scan the lower jaw with the scan flags. So you insert the jaw with the scan body.
And when you place the model, does that have to face a specific way?
Generally, you know, if you want the best scan, you want towards the center of the plate, the scan plate. You want the implant in the center of the scan plate. And that's when you're going to get the best scan. But as far as it facing, you kind of want, I would say, the anterior is facing the back of the camera. It's kind of how the scan plate is shaped. So you want the back of the model facing the flat side of that scan plate, and the scan body centralized. This is kind of where you're telling it the area to scan. You don't select the full arch on this one. You just kind of select where the scan body is and some adjacent teeth. You're not doing the full arch scan at this point. All right, so now that we have a completed scan, can take the model out, unscrew the scan body. And place the soft tissue back into the model. And this is where you're going to want to apply scan spray, because the soft tissue material that we use, it is one that is more lifelike and accurate, but it is a little shiny, so sometimes the light will reflect off the tissue and you won't get a proper scan. So by applying some scan spray to it, we'll mask it out and you'll get a good scan. You spray about 3 inches away from it, and just a thin layer of opaque spray. We hit next, and this is where we can align the scan body. And you pick 3 common points. Verify alignment, and you can go as far as taking a measurement of this too, and it's pretty well aligned. So if you like that, you can continue, and we'll go on to our next and start scanning our arch with the soft tissue, so capture the sulcus. It's a very important scan. You want to make sure the tissue is seated all the way and doesn't have spacing. You want to make sure that the tissue has been trimmed prior to you getting the model. And this is, you do want to select everything here and get a full arch in there. In the abutment design phase, capturing this area of the tissue is very important, because you want your margin depths to be as accurate as possible on your abutment designs. So now that we have the completed scan here, we can continue on to scan the antagonist arch. We want to check, definitely want to check our alignment here of our first scan of our scan body and the scan of our arch here. This is not aligned, the case will not work. So Now we'll go on to scan our antagonist arch, which is the upper in this case. So just like with the other, this is just like with the working arch, we want to capture the opposing arch as well. All right, so now that we have a opposing arch as well, we will put the arches in occlusion here, connecting the vertex articulator, and we'll put the models in the scanner in occlusion and scan that. So sometimes the software will do an automatic alignment, but sometimes you will have to do a manual alignment. I'm going to go ahead and do that in this case. So same thing as the abutment alignment, like to pick 3 points versus just the one. Pick 3 common points. And you want that good marbled look, kind of like a steak. And you can use either window here. Or the arch up here. And then you can look at your results. Everything looks pretty good here. So we'll hit there next, and this is our finished product. So this will go right into the design. I like to look at this at the end, and you can kind of see everything looks to be aligned. If this is not aligned, it can be, this would be off-centered or something along those lines. So, and then we'll just close it down and finish our video here. So that process that we just showed you, companies that are going to be very similar are Straumann, Nobel that we just showed you, Implant Direct, BioHorizons, Biomet, the non-encode version of Biomet. So with that, I will start showing you what we need to do with the case after it's been scanned. This is going to be an exporting to full contour design service. So we're going to right click on our order that we've just scanned, and we'll go all the way down to advanced, and we'll do export. This also can be done by selecting the order and hitting Control E. We're going to export as a file. You won't have to change this. So next, it's going to show us a window on where our exported file is going to go. And all of our computers have a file on the desktop called FC for full contour. And it'll go to that location. And here it is. It's on our desktop on all of the computers. So we'll go to FC and hit OK. And we'll get a successful window here. So now we'll go to your web browser and go to full contour. You can see all our orders here, and right here is upload new order. And this is going to pull right from the PC, desktop, and right from your full contour folder. So here's our order at the top here. This is usually in date order. If it's not, then just search for it. You can search right here by pan number. But in this case, we got it right here. We'll open it up. and this has brought us to here. I like to do one more verification of our, if you remember correctly, we put our H in the comment section of that order form, and here it is transferred over. This tells the designer to put the access hole in. But I like to check one more time to make sure we have the code, just to verify. This section here is where we can select a 2-hour rush if the case it has to go out, or it's in a major rush. We can do that, and the design will be done in 2 hours. But generally do the 12-hour. We can look at this here, and the design type, abutment, and the destination, we want to change this to Nobel because it is a Nobel implant.
And just to verify, the MP Procera Titanium, we got a wide platform here. Is that selected?
It's Nobel Procera.
Oh, Nobel Procera. Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yeah, they put NP.
Okay.
I know it's confusing.
Just making sure.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, good job, because we want to look at this one more time and make sure, just don't go through the motions and hit all the buttons. We want to verify with this stuff. So, yep. Now we're gonna send the order, and it pops down here. I like to see the order go through. Sometimes it takes a long time, but it just went through lightning quick. So we're good there. Now, just to show you, if you want to search for that order, you should be able to see it here, and the status is sent for designing. So 12-hour turnaround. So usually the next day it'll be done, and ready to QC by the QC abutment designer. So, but that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Good job, man.